CPU-Z, which has been around for a while, and recently the
HW monitor
website
too.
of that software, and it's also
I use
sister
HW
software, I
monitor.
guess you could call it, Hardware Monitor, was compromised. And if you downloaded CPU-Z or Hardware Monitor
Anytime around.
from the official
There it
website,
is. There it is. Some crazy stuff is happening. Everything's gonna get hacked. You're gonna have what you trusted as something. This is why I downloaded and saved everything that I've downloaded in the last, well, not like super many times, but yeah, software wise, ISOs, Linux, I've just kept it in my giant 4 terabyte. Because I don't know if like the apps will disappear or corporations are gonna win and they're gonna like shut down open source or God knows what. Everyone gets hacked and the new stuff is bad, or hell, worst case scenario, corporations take over all of our free software and then end up actually like CC Cleaner, right?
Right.
You know how it turned from like a decent tool to like being
It used
completely
to be really
malware?
good, but
Yeah,
yeah, no, yeah.
I have the old ones because that's when it was good. Fuck CC Cleaner today. I still have the old one and I'll still use it till I die because it was perfect. Did everything I needed, all the tools that I needed, and that's exactly why I back up all my software. Um, and now it's the CPUID software between April, assume compromise. So you have to check your file, scan it. I don't even know that's gonna
from
work.
around April 9th to the 10th, there was a 16-hour period where you downloaded malware. And you would probably know it if you did in one of the cases. It was both the installer link and the portable zip version.
Dirty rat,
Both
another
linked
one.
out to malware versions. Now, to be clear, this wasn't the actual people who write the software putting in a malicious version and turning evil or anything. It was that they were hacked and the website got compromised. The statement said with a side API where hackers were able to somehow link to a fake version on a different server that was malware. Now, apparently, if you had downloaded the installer version of it, it would have downloaded one file called hardware info monitor setup.exe, which hardware info is a totally different software, and
Yeah,
also
I
the
use them both.
installer would have popped up in Russian, so you would probably know if you downloaded this. Of course, if you ran it and saw the Russian, it was already too late. It's not like if you closed it, you would have been
The
safe.
Russians
Then
are
also,
doing it.
apparently, the other portable versions was a zip file like normal, but this time, how it worked was pretty interesting. It actually used something called DLL hijacking, where
Oh
the
my
actual
god.
EXE, the CPU-Z EXE, was legitimate and even signed. And if you looked at the signature, it was legit. It was the real one. However, it came with a cryptbase.dll,
Is that
which
the
was
same
fake.
dude?
And this is something I actually.
Because the thing with the open cloud that I was telling you before, where you would install the software that would be an AI harness, they call it. Basically, like an AI is taught how to use functions, basically calling names of functions. What I want to do, search, web, whatever, and then put it into a big, pretty sophisticated piece of software. But during the night, and this is actually when I installed it myself, or not around that time, like maybe an hour or two before it happened. I think I had students during the time that it started between like what was it, 1 and 2 a.m. Some weird time in the morning. I think it's Eastern time, US. Someone had hacked the GitHub account to the guy maintaining that software, and it was something called Axios, which was a small little extra piece of code that OpenClaw was using. So if you were updating your OpenClaw, which depends on it, or if you were installing it from scratch, this new version that popped up had like an extra unnecessary file that this guy that got access to a GitHub account added in there. And then you would install the update, and now you had a remote access Trojan. And the guy's name was the not the guy's name. The package name was something like crypto JSON.
right.
Like crypt base crypt, is it the same guy effing around with
Version
other stuff? Or I
software
mean maybe
where
the same
Windows
group.
by default will
Russians.
look for a DLL that the exe calls for next to the exe first. So that's what they did. And in this case, the legitimate software uses a function that is located in cryptbase.dll, and the real one is going to be in the Windows system folder. But if you don't hard code that or add other
Oh,
protections,
true.
then by default, Windows will have the software look for it next to the software. And if it's there, it'll use that instead of going to the real one in the system directory. So the
True.
hackers put the malicious DLL next to the file so that the real software, when it called whatever function it thought it was calling in the real crypto DLL, well, that function in the fake one did something very different. In this case, it would download another viral payload and initiate the malware. This is also called DLL sideloading. Like I said, both the downloads for hardware monitor and CPU-Z were compromised, so the zip file would have been called something.
These are the versions: 163 Hinfo 09 RBL and 2.19. So, and that was it. I had to go through my system and look up this version 1.14.1. Thankfully, I had 1.14.0, and I'm like, oh, is this okay? This is really close to this other thing. Like, I'm like one version away from possible chaos.
Depending on which one you were trying to download.
That's
And
crazy.
for both of these, there is a legitimate 1.63 version of hardware
How do you know which
monitor
version you got
and
without
2.1.
opening?
Either from the installer if you still have it, or when you, let me see.
This is HW Info 64, but I can't
You,
find the version.
when was it? What was the thing? What'd you say?
Oh, this is from 2005. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I think you opened it up in that case. Yeah, there's mine. I have mine too. You open it up and it should start up.
Okay.
Actually tells you right off the bat. I have version 7.60. I don't even know what this R09 RBL is. Super old. That's crazy. That's funny. No, it's a 2023, so not that old. I don't know. I don't know how to tell. Oh, wait, this is Info Monitor. Maybe it's a different version or something. I don't know. Yeah. In the about slash info or something in the little tabs at the top, like file, edit, view, and then help, you find like an about button. Probably tells you the details.
9 of CPU-Z, but the one that it linked to was fake. And according to some analysis, this is a pretty sophisticated malware. It's a remote access Trojan, which means that it basically allows the hackers to control your computer. And it also is not just a one-time stealer thing. It does steal your credentials from Google Chrome, but it will also install persistent processes, which means if you ran it once, it installed hidden stuff that launches at startup without you knowing, so it's still there. So if you happen to have downloaded CPU-Z or hardware monitor during that period, if you saw the Russian installer, you're compromised.
That's it.
And also, if you look and still have the download with the zip, and you can see that there's the cryptbase.dll in there, you're also compromised. And really, you should just nuke Windows, reformat the drive, back up what you can while offline, disconnect the internet, copy to an external drive. Not while booted into Windows, you want to kind of disconnect the drive, connect it to something it's not going to boot up, and only copy over any essential stuff in your documents, and then reformat that drive, and then reinstall Windows. Probably better to hire a professional who knows what they're doing with this. They could help you with that if you're not an expert. Though if you're someone who downloads CPU-Z, you probably are a power user, so you should be okay to at least handle it yourself, but again, you got to do something. And this kind of attack, DLL hijacking especially, is pretty scary because if you're like me, I usually do check signatures of software that I download.
MDM5s.
If
Yeah,
you're not careful,
that's
and
true.
you didn't also check the signature on the DLL, usually DLLs are signed, but not even always, then you wouldn't have realized. Maybe if you had run it through VirusTotal, or apparently Windows Defender or another antivirus could have potentially caught it, but otherwise you kind of would have been screwed. Because again, the way this worked was it was the legitimate exe, the real one, but because they didn't have protections in place that properly checked or called the DLL, then they were able to hijack it with a fake one. It almost seems like these days you kind of have to balance between staying on the latest up-to-date version and also maybe using a couple versions older so that you don't get compromised from supply chain attacks. It's actually insane these days how that works. And in this case, the advice only download from the official website wouldn't have even helped. I guess really the best thing is to have real-time protection on in Windows Defender or any software you're using, or use a good antivirus in general that has real-time protection that doesn't just operate off of signatures, which most do these days.
You gotta do it in the memory.
Hope it works. Anyway, this was more of just a heads
Memory
up. Hopefully
scanners.
none of you got compromised, but If you didn't know this happened, then be aware of that. If you want to keep watching,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's alarming.
Check out my download folder. Let me show you the reason. Everything from Audacity, AutoHotkey, Avidemux, Android Studio, Anaconda. These are probably years old. Every time I install something, I just back it up.
Audacity's
Oh, a lot of
changing or
FileZillas.
something. I think
Huh?
Audacity is changing.
What's that? Oh, Audacity. Is it?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't
Oh,
know if it's been bought out or something. Something's going to happen to the application. I can't remember what, but if you go to
uh-huh.
their, I'm sure it'll mention on their website.
Oh, true. Yeah, I think there is like some big focus on its usage because a lot of editing with AI maybe has prompted people to look for tools that are simple to use, that you can just cut and move things around with AI generated stuff. OBS, portable apps, everything. PyCharm, which I don't even use anymore.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Is it here?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, lol. I was like, how did you sneak in here, Leisure Suit Larry? And then have reinstallations, things I normally reinstall first, Steam, GeForce, Discord, Python, combined community codec pack, VPN unlimited, and I got my AI space, CUDA, Invoke community, Olama. Like I just have all the things I need to work on things. My dev space, all my studios. What is it? My security? Where's my Yeah, right here. Oh, my security software. They don't make a good firewall anymore, so Komodo, I have an old one and I've been using it forever. Um, AVG antivirus, but I think the updated one's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's getting crazy, man. That's getting crazy out there. Like the supply chain attack is real. After that, what was that company that had routers or security software? They got they got supply chain hacked on the update side. Um, security company update supply chain hack. Aqua Team Cipher Force ransom for no Trivi. What was that? 2026. That was recent. That was before that. So it's been happening a lot, huh? Attack mitigation. Microsoft and Google have attributed Axios attack to UNC 1069. JSON, Python, Aqua response. I guess it's happening a lot more. It's not even going anywhere. But it started with this one thing that I remember a year or two ago that shut down all of the airports. Every airport out there got shut down. It's insane. Back up everything. Everything you own, back it up because the internet is it's gonna be like cyberpunk. There will be an old and a new internet, and we're currently creating the old internet, slopifying it, destroying it, virusifying it, and then we're gonna have Starlink, probably the new internet, where everything will be filtered and probably managed by corporations.
I don't trust Musk.
Mm.
Too unstable.
Yeah, he's like Trump in a way. Like I'm just waiting for him to give off some weird vibes. He did already. Like that whole playing a game, being good at games and being cool about it. What was
No,
it? What
someone
did he
else. He hired
play?
someone else.
He
It was
hired
Diablo,
somebody.
wasn't it?
It was Diablo. It was the other one that was like a Diablo rogue. Like I don't know. Um, that seems a little stooping low to try and fit into a community where you're already a genius and you've got your shit together. Like, why are you trying to like cater to? And why would you do it in a like just doing it in a fake way? If you
Yeah.
were naturally like that and you're an actual like hobbyist and you're just doing your thing and you're like, hey, look, guys, it's cool, but you put effort and you paid someone to do that. That just makes things worse. That's just- It just really gives me a disgusting feeling about what else is he fake on? Or what else is he
It's gotta
trying
be
to
just
get
ego.
attention for? Huh?
It's just ego.
Yeah, I mean, it could be he's really trying to milk the attention online so he can go into politics in the future. Maybe he's gonna use the people in some form or fashion. Maybe we're gonna be batteries for the AI future. We're gonna be
God,
working in gyms and generating power because the Strait of Hormuz is still closed.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. Uh, but
Talking of
wow.
talking of gyms, I've got to go soon. I've got to start jogging 'cause it's getting quite
Yeah,
late.
fair. That's fair. I'm tired myself too. Good talk. Good talk. Talk to
But
you
I'll be
later.
on afterwards if you're still about to game. But
I'll
thanks for
try
your
and
chat,
see
bro.
if I'm awake, but give or